What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 2021 weather experience. 2020 was pretty crazy, but 2021 was a bit rougher. It seemed. That's what it seemed like, weather-wise and especially personal-wise. But let's not get into that. Anyway, I think this year might be a bit different. I'll be more prepared, maybe. It's just I'll continue to learn, that's for sure. But I'm not making any promises right now. It's kind of iffy right now. Anyway, not much weather-wise. Not much really happened. So I figured I would talk about the weather in general and go month to month. So let's get into it. Original Kevin, your turn. I'm supposed to be the professional one, but I'm kind of ready to get this over with. I had to re-record everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. Kevin Douglas.
Oh my god, is that original Kevin 97? What?
Welcome to the 2021 weather experience.
Yes. Okay. It's only been a month since I've been able to re-record, but still it's good. So, let's travel back a little bit by a couple days. On December 30th, 2020, an extratropical cyclone formed in the Gulf of Mexico and traveled up through the U.S., stretching from Texas to Maine. The system caused a snowstorm that would cause closures. According to Wikipedia, there was one tornado, but around the end of the month, some storms went through.
Watching this right there, that is the representation of the tornadic debris signature.
In case another mesocyclone spins up down there as well. But the tornado is just to the east of Brooksville right now.
And this is the only storm we think that can cause a problem. And if you remember, we were tweeting about this earlier today.
The most notable tornado was an EO3 that hit Fultondale, Alabama. I can't find any archives to show motion of other kinds of models, but I'm just going to assume a cold front went behind it, caused a snowfall in my area. Timing was just too good. Thick snow. I wonder if it's going to stick. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You can hear it. I love snow falling. Oh, these are huge. Around this time, a storm was brewing in the northwest and causing mudslides, snow, and rain. Of course, without much data, I can't confirm the snowfall I experienced was part of that system too, but I find it very believable. This system lasted all the way into... Of course, these are called nor'easters because they affect the northeast. Right after this, a cold wave was formed. Of course, Florida never participates in winter weather, but Texas thought it was safe.
So nearly 3 million customers without power this morning. You're looking at live pictures from Dallas. The temperature is the lowest they've seen in decades.
2 major storms hitting the state in the last 5 days and another one on the way. In El Paso, this car pileup left tractor trailers overturned. These tractor trailers collided, sparking a dangerous fire on an Oklahoma highway.
They were seeing record lows in Dallas since the 30s, and in Houston and San Antonio since the 80s. As temperatures drop again, millions remain without power.
And right now, if you're able to watch this from home, consider yourself lucky. 4 million Texans and counting are without power.
Because of this, the Southwest Power Pool and the Electric Reliability Council of Texas both instituted rolling blackouts. Around this time, there was freezing rain in Fort Worth, Texas that caused a 133 vehicle accident that had over 60 people injured and 6 dead. And I was over here making light of the weather as I was going home. What am I supposed to do with all this walkie slush? On March 4th, the March 2021 blizzard started. Of course, being a blizzard, it brought snow, storms, and whatnot. Around the end of its life, it created a tornado outbreak. And this right here was what kicked off the idea of me talking about weather on TikTok. Gosh, everybody, I'm a little nervous. I've never been nervous during a tornado or anything of any severe kind of weather except for this one time. This is the first time that I've been under a 30%, let alone those black hashes. This is Wednesday, St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to do some things in the next couple days, streaming. Of course, I'm playing some games while I'm waiting for stuff to happen around me. I don't think anything's going to happen tomorrow, but Wednesday, there's definitely going to be something, and I'm going to be streaming it. I got other stuff you should totally check out. I got some links. Whoa, now you want to show up. I got links in the bio for everything else. You should totally check them out, and I'll see you guys then. Stay safe, and do what you can if something happens. This outbreak was announced by the SPC on the 15th and reached its peak on the 17th. During this time, there was 1 non-tornadic death and 6 injuries. There were a total of 51 tornadoes in the entirety of the South, from Oklahoma and Texas, reaching all the way toward the east, reaching the Carolinas. 25 of these tornadoes hit Alabama. This is also known as the St. Patrick's Day tornado outbreak.
This is Wednesday, St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, it's really ramping up right there.
Oh, let's Not only is it hard to even see on the horizon just because there's so many trees and the topography is very hilly, very dense and wooden, and some of these trees are starting to leaf out. So this area too, under a flash flood warning and an ongoing tornado warning. So let's jump back in here towards Tuscaloosa, 5 or so miles off to your southeast. Let's zoom in a little bit more hyper local to kind of show you what we've got going on. There's the University of Alabama. Here's the east side of Tuscaloosa. So this rotation, this was the confirmed tornado that has produced, unfortunately, injuries and damage.
A few days later, another tornado outbreak occurs. Around this time, I started trying to make a habit to talk about weather on TikTok. Forgot to mention, this is what I'm dealing with today. This wasn't as bad this morning, but now it's definitely updated to enhance. This is where I am around here, and I'm under a 10% chance of tornadoes. Yeah, 10%. Tomorrow, it looks like it might clear out a little bit, but there's still a percentage of tornadoes. And then Friday, it goes back up here. And I am expecting or predicting something. It might be updated to enhanced right around here. Could be wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully this lowers, but I really doubt it. A few days later, shouldn't be surprised, but I should have seen this coming. We now have a moderate risk area update. The highest percentage of tornadoes is now 10%, and they're throwing in Virginia and North Carolina. From what I am seeing, there's already a severe thunderstorm warning north of Panama City. This is already starting. From the 9th to the 11th, several storms produced tornadoes and straight-line winds. I really wanted to keep up with the TikTok videos this month, but this happened. And the morning I was supposed to go back to work. April, so far, had the busiest days of severe weather, which really isn't surprising because it's been the busiest month with weather since the 50s. Also, it's a bit crazy that an outbreak happened 10 years ago at this time.
I mean, take a listen to this. You can hear the sirens here in Frisco. Yeah, I mean, it looks sunny on one end, and literally just, if you turn the camera around, you see it is dark. I mean, it's pretty frightening for not knowing exactly.
This month, it's just going. There's no break with these outbreaks. I unfortunately do not have any older videos talking about this on TikTok, but they were laid out as previous videos. I say they are laid out like previous videos because on the last day I found a better way of making TikTok videos, which I am still polishing up. I have a much better way of doing things. It's so much easier to edit and stuff. Here's something. It's a depressing video if you ask me. I love watching. I love looking at weather stuff, but when it hits and it hurts, it gets depressing. So let's ease off a little bit. Check this out. We got a big area of severe. We got some yeah. Sometimes I hate being right too. I'm also going to think there's an enhanced area around here. Happy Sunday, everybody. Yeah, so around this time I was feeling a bit confident and trying to predict the weather before it was official. It's pretty fun. The day after this, another tornado outbreak occurred, starting from the Great Plains on the 26th and working its way down into Texas on the 28th. And I was glad to be reporting on it the entire way. What's up, TikTok? But it's pretty important right now because we have a moderate chance of severe thunderstorms here, especially Canada. Significant chance of tornadoes in this 10 and 15% here. Wind of significant chance of a 45% chance right here, and in around the same area, even going down to Texas, a significant chance of damaging hail with a 45% chance in it. The atmosphere is already pretty rough in Texas. We got 5,090. 5,080. What's up, TikTok? I'm glad that the enhanced area is shrinking like I was hoping it would, because usually when they start getting bigger, sometimes they update it to a much higher severity. We still got 5% chance of tornadoes. I'm under the 2%. There's a possible tornado stream on Twitch. Wind, significant chance in the 30%, and hail right here. Got a couple slight areas, little areas of tornado, wind, and the hail. A couple of marginal areas. We'll see what happens with those. Some pretty gnarly storms happening Friday. After all that passes, some more build up in Texas. Still waiting on a rough patch today. We still have like 5,000. And it seems there's going to be another one when that second wave of storms come in. What's up, TikTok? I got a couple slight areas here and down here. Got a 5% chance of tornadoes down here and a 2% up here. Here's the wind and hail. Significant chance of large hail down here. Again, poor Texas. Area of a 2% chance of tornadoes, wind and hail. Significant something going on here. So as these storms start going away, some more build up in Texas, and after those go away, we got some more that build up in Kansas and Oklahoma, Texas again. And as I keep saying, the lowest number for severe weather to pop up in this thing right here is 2,000, and right here is I'm seeing 51,100, not 1,000. Oh God. Oh boy, that'd be something, wouldn't it? You know, May took up an entire page, May took up an entire 2 pages on Google Docs, and I feel like not a lot has actually happened compared to the previous months.
We begin with breaking news tonight. A man is dead and dozens are out of their homes after a tornado touched down in Quebec.
June, my birth month. Not much really happened. There was a tornado outbreak in Canada that killed 1 person in Quebec, and there was a fire that hasn't been updated. I don't know much about it. I can't find anything else on it. Here's me messing up. Oh, it's not loading. There we go. Even kind of a high chance for tornadoes too. Oh no, that's the wrong one. No, that's not going on that. That's just not right. Tropical Storm Claudette created some tornadoes in the deep south, with the most significant one being an EF2 in East Bruton, Alabama.
As we come on the air right now, we are just getting this video into the newsroom. A first look at that EF2 tornado that ripped through East Bruton over the weekend. You can see the time code on your screen too. The worst of it started around 7:38 and lasted 40 seconds. This tornado had winds topping out around 130 miles per hour, destroying several mobile homes during its 22-mile rampage. It also damaged the school here, along with several businesses. Emergency management officials say 20 people were injured. 2 of them are in serious condition.
Speaking of weather from the ocean, on the 29th, a tropical wave was being monitored. On July 1st, a tropical wave was upgraded into Tropical Depression Elsa. As the days go by, it would strengthen and weaken back and forth. At its peak, it became Hurricane Elsa, peaking only at Category 1. As it passed through Florida and made landfall, it weakened back into a tropical depression. Of course, this did spawn tornadoes. Thankfully, none reached EF2 status. In TikTok weather, I was allowed to do 3-minute videos. This made it much easier to get more information out there without having several videos for one thing. Hurricane Elsa traveled through the east coast and up to the northeast, where it caused major flooding due to the storm interacting with a stationary front, or a point where both cold and warm fronts are colliding with each other, but neither one is more powerful than the other. Meaning that storm is going to be stuck there until something just strengthens one side or the other. This can create large amounts of rain. This is a very good example of what could happen.
Happy Friday to you. Wet Friday for a lot of folks all over, all up and down the East Coast, really. The news we have here, starting with Elsa, tropical storm. You're seeing it there rip through the Northeast as we speak.
In New York and New Jersey, folks were waiting home from work. Training thunderstorms over the tri-state, dropping up to 5 inches of rain in just a few hours Thursday afternoon. Multiple subway stations flooded, people navigating the waist-deep water and fighting the impromptu waterfalls cascading into the stations and onto the tracks.
Elsa killed 4 people and 9 remain missing, as far as I know. Hopefully that's not the case. I haven't dug too deep into that. I've looked into it, but I couldn't find anything else. Ugh. It created $1.2 billion in damages altogether. Despite everything that happened, it seemed that people were okay with how things went down, as this storm could have been so much worse. Hearing my weather radio for the first time. Scared the heck out of me. Let's Across Europe, there was brutal flooding that caused 1 person missing and 242 people dead. In Japan, heavy rain caused a landslide in the Shizuoka prefecture. 9 missing and 19 dead. The Maharashtra floods in India killed 208 people. July was a month full of flooding nationwide. And before the month ends, a dust storm in Utah caused a 20-car pileup in Interstate 15, killing 8 people and injuring several others.
At around 4:30 Sunday afternoon, a dust storm blew through the area, making it tough for people to see. And we've got pictures in from state troopers showing semis along with many cars in disarray. Whether this was just one big pileup or many different accidents in the same area are all things that investigators are piecing together from the wreckage last night.
We're still looking into the root cause of what ultimately happened, but initial reports was that visibility was really low and we had multiple cars start crashing. In fact, we have more crashes that may be involved in this that we don't have accounted for. And if people are involved, we are asking for them to contact the Highway Patrol Office in Nephi and let us know that they were involved.
Plus another tornado outbreak affecting the Great Lakes, the Midwest, and the Ohio Valley, producing 46 tornadoes. One of which was anticyclonic.
A tornado in the northern hemisphere usually spins counterclockwise, but on rare occasions it can twist clockwise and is called an anticyclonic tornado.
And we'll take a look at the velocity data, so we're still seeing a pretty vigorous area of rotation.
You look at the enhanced satellite loop and you look at this compared to what we saw yesterday, and it doesn't look nearly as impressive on satellite. So there's obviously some things that you look at satellite and then some observations, because yesterday if you had based it just on satellite, it looked like it was a tropical system, but it didn't have that well-defined center. Now,
and the floods continue, probably worse than last month. Before we get to that, the first week of wedding in Bangladesh went terribly wrong when lightning struck the boat they were on, and fires in Algeria start. Wow. Then the world is again bombarded with tropical storms and floods. All started with Tropical Storm Fred. Fred also produced a very weak tornado outbreak, creating 31 twisters. Thankfully, none reached EF2 status. This started from the deep south all the way up to Massachusetts. During this time, Hurricane Grace strengthened into a Category 3 and hit Mexico and the Caribbeans. During this time, Hurricane Grace strengthens into a Category 3 and hits Mexico and the Caribbeans. Hey, what's up? We got the new guy's out. He's doing something. He's got something for us. Okay, let's get the new guy on. Hurricane Grace. Look how big this thing is. Pretty big. It's probably bigger than your mom. Do I want to keep that in? Yeah, I'm going to keep it in. Anyway, look at this damage it's doing. Capsized boats, capsized shoes, mudslides, landslides, floods. There goes a car, a buggy, 2 guys, 3 guys, 4 guys. Oh, we can't keep up with the numbers. It's insane. Got myself a ragtag team trying to figure out, trying to simulate it to see which way it probably will be going. Trying to think it's going this way, going to feed into the Gulf of Mexico, not this guy's chin. Wow. There seems to be some stuff happening in the West Coast. It looks like a warm front coming in. Maybe a cold front. I think a cold front's coming in. Yes, indeed, a cold front is coming in. The hurricane's coming this way. It could mesh together, and cause a perfect storm. Whoa. Look how big this thing is. Whoa. Don't scare me like that. Might hit Miami. Maybe. Like I said, maybe it's feeding into the. Never mind. There's the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah. The Gulf of Mexico feeding. Well, don't look at me like that. Look how big this thing is. This is very serious, and people should be taken careful. They should be taking this seriously. Okay, look how big this is. Look at the eye. Look, it goes. Why is it going down? First it goes up and it goes down. Don't look at me like that. What do you mean it's the wrong... You do this yourself, huh? I'm out. Get in my way. What are you talking about? Okay, back on the actual subject. Hopefully we never see him again. If we do, hopefully he straightens up. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Grace made record wind speeds of 125 miles per hour, tying it to Hurricane Carl that hit him back in 2010. This eventually died off and the remnants became Tropical Storm Marty. And another hurricane hits Mexico as one of the most fast-producing storms are beginning to form around the Caribbean. As they went through the U.S., it started weakening, but this came with a Hurricane Ida tornado outbreak. A few hours before it ended, an EF3 hit Gloucester County, New Jersey.
As the remnants of Hurricane Ida coming through.
This video is surreal. People spotted at least two tornadoes. Dangerous water levels also being reported at a dam in Pennsylvania. It led to the evacuation of thousands of people. And look at this video. The National Weather Service office in New York declared its first ever set of flash flood emergencies, an alert level that is reserved for, quote, exceedingly rare situations.
After that, September seemed almost tame compared to all the other months of 2021. There were a couple more hurricanes, a few floods, and localized tornado outbreaks in Italy. Flash flooding killed 5 people in Tennessee and Alabama in the first week of October. Soon after, the long-lasting tornado outbreak affected the Great Plains and the Midwest from October 9th to October 13th. It produced 51 tornadoes, none of which reached EF3 status. 2 days after that, a mini tornado outbreak occurred. Later on in the Sea of Japan, a cyclone forms and it strengthens as it taps into the atmospheric river, crossing the Pacific Ocean, going all the way into the west coast of the U.S. They call this a bomb cyclone or a perfect storm, or superstorm, which has the effects and damage possibility of the same effect of a winter storm. The October 2021 Northeast Pacific bomb cyclone is compared to the Columbus Day storm of 1962. Around this time, ahead of an advancing cold front, several severe thunderstorms occurred for a few days from the 24th to the 27th. Just like September, November wasn't very busy, which, if you ask me, is absolutely fine. I would still like to capture a tornado, not just on camera but live. But at the same time, it's a win-lose situation. I don't capture a tornado on camera, I don't lose the neighborhood, right? I don't lose my job, I don't lose my friends, my friends don't lose their houses. It's great, right? The perfect tornado is a nice smooth tornado with the sunset right behind it, and it's out in the field, and there's no human or property damage. You know, that's the perfect tornado. Okay, doing a green screen test. This is awesome. Yeah, I just gotta. I'm still trying to figure out how to do winter weather stuff. I think I'm pretty good on the summer stuff, with tornadoes and stuff and hurricanes. But yeah, I'm just kind of testing the green screen here. See how well I can point this stuff. We got the the Appalachian Mountains, and we got the Rocky. I had those switched. This is the Rocky, that's the Appalachian. But yeah, actually, you know, you see all this air, wind and stuff. This is like wind. It's pushing all this cold air up here and pushing them down here. Of course it's cold up here, right? You know, it's winter. It's pushing all this cold air down here. Let's see. I want temperature closer to the ground. No, that's higher. That's higher up. But yeah, look at that line. That's 22 degrees Celsius. I use freedom numbers. 71 degrees. That's in the negatives, of course. I'm used to using my mouse. But I have a feeling it just keeps going down there. Yeah, yeah, cool. And I bet that goes all the way to Tuesday afternoon. So I'm guessing the next 2 days it'll just come back up, because we all know Florida never wants to celebrate winter with us. Even Hawaii is. Hawaii's having a blizzard, I think. Let me just double check that. Expires in 2 days. This was 2 hours ago. It's happening now. So Florida, keep up. On the 9th, Winter Storm Atticus created several feet of snow in the north, causing 500,000 people without power. On the 10th and the 11th, it created one of the worst tornado outbreaks of the decade. What's up, everybody? I kind of got it working. Got a really scuffed up setup going on here. It was like these brackets. Yeah, there's supposed to be a hook on there. Like that. It broke off. I'm getting new ones. Also, it was the water cooler I had in there that was messed up. This one I do not like using because the temperatures suck. But I wanted to stream tonight because we are under a 10% chance of tornadoes where I am. So check the links down below. If you want to watch me stream, maybe a tornado coming at me. Check it out. I should be live at 3 or 4 p.m. Central Time. And yeah, see you guys later. Oh, I see some storms building up in Little Rock. It's pretty small, but I think it might be rough. Just like last March, a tornado went just south of me. We were not directly affected, but we were in the outer rotation, showing us high-speed winds with heavy rain. I was freaking out, of course, but I was very excited at the same time. Unfortunately, I can't really prove that because I accidentally hit mute when I went to my mobile stream so I can move around. Can't really move my setup around with me. It's no, but in my excitement I accidentally hit the mute button, and at this time we had no idea just how destructive it would be. It should have been an EF5. I don't understand why. Look at what it has done. Look what it did. You know, they should just remove the number, because if this isn't an EF5, then at this very moment, as I'm recording this, which is February 21st, I am under a 5% chance of tornadoes. The wind is picking up. I definitely want this video done before that happens, before anything happens. But going back what I said about... Well, hold up. It is actually saying my town's name. That's kind of freaky. I've never seen it do that before. Okay. Me saying that the rating system is broken. I still stand by that. I know that is a very controversial take, apparently. I'm just now learning this stuff. Apparently a lot of people would not say that otherwise, but I still think it. I still stand by that. Another thing I'm just learning is that tornado was not one tornado, it was apparently two of them. From what I'm seeing, and of course, you know, I'm not surprised they do like hyping up weather that way. They I don't know why, it's just stupid, but for the longest time they were saying how it's like one long track tornado when it wasn't. I don't understand why. I don't get it. Why lie about weather? That's like, and super dangerous. Even if it's past, you know, even if the severity is past, I don't get it. But yeah, I seem to be under a 5% chance of tornadoes. Gotta get it done. Because if this isn't an EF5, then I don't know what is. On December 15th, what happened this day is what I would call a true perfect storm. It had everything, creating a derecho with high-speed winds, a tornado outbreak, a dust storm, and it made a fire spread, followed up by snow. What? The end of the year was pretty unusual. Not like, oh, tornadoes don't happen during winter, or something along those lines. Which doesn't make sense, really, because weather doesn't care what month of the year it is. It's kind of funny. I mean, you look up tornado season and it says like early spring and stuff, but you live down here, like the south, it's in two parts. From November to next year March. They need to update that. I mean, it's not the same for everybody, but I mean, it's... Mother Nature doesn't care what time it is, what year it is, or what time of the year it is and stuff. Tornado season time is outdated, just like the tornado alley maps. It's like that for a few hours on this thing. Unsure of how long it will actually be. I don't live up there, so I'm sure somebody who lives up there, or somebody who is actually more... who can read it a lot faster than I can and understand it a little bit better than I can, I'm sure they would completely tell you 100% exactly how it would be. I mean, honestly, even if there was weather dead where I live, I kind of don't really know until it starts happening, you know? That's why it's called amateur weatherman. You know, I'm not professional. I just enjoy doing this. But, yeah, everybody stay safe. Join my Discord for faster updates, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Jeez. They didn't take as long as that first take. Why? Because that first take was like 40 minutes. I shaved 20 minutes. What's the deal with that, huh?